another episode by Rara Reads, and today we are talking about a book that I started reading three times but got so bored by page one that I dropped it. I dropped and deleted the book from my reading list three times. And I don't know what happened, but I was reading this another book that I mentioned in my previous video, and I got kind of bored by reading it, so I just googled what other types of books are there where we have this whole empire and thing type of feels and vibes. And I come across this review which I do not have currently saved, but it was something about this book after the god of general become my concubine. And it was so good, it was so interesting, like the concept, the title, it is a spoiler in itself, and it is very interesting to see how the god of war becomes a concubine and his journey. So yeah, I picked up this book back from where I left. It was just a page, it was not even a complete page, half of the page I've read before, and I started reading it. And oh brother, it was the perfect book. Like there was this entire, there is a checklist of books that the book has to follow. A perfect book has to follow. It must have a very interesting title. And yes, the title after the god of war becomes my concubine is kind of interesting because why would a god of war becomes your concubine? Not even the emperor or empress or wife, but a concubine. Why? Why would that happen? Who are you? Right? And other than that, we have the main protagonist, the main lover, and their journey from zero to being so in love, this entire arc of hero to villain to. And we checklist every single point of that. There is this beautiful description, beautifully written words, amazing side characters, background characters that have a purpose. Of course, we do not go deep into the background character's life, but whatever is mentioned is sufficient to get a general idea of what the story or basic character is about. And all of this is so interesting to read. And as we move forward with the story, by the end of the story, we have this entire closing arc. We have a very interesting ending that I would really love to spoil for you guys. And we can divide the entire story in approximately three parts. This is an enemies to lovers story, by the way. And yes, of course, this is also a transmigrating story. So, yeah, we have a transmigrating MC from the modern world, which is interesting, mind you. And I would like to give more compliments to the author for making the character of the main lover the actual war god, not boring or your run of the mill yandere possessive war god general type of references with that we have heard previously in many of these novels or manhwas. That is very typical of a Chinese ancient historical novel. And this does not end up happening, which I'm so thankful for, which is amazing. So yeah, this entire novel can be referenced, can be, I do not reread my novels until and unless I'm so in love, then I will reread it 100 times. I'm not joking. I'm really not joking. There was this one fan fiction that I read when I was very approximately in my 10th standard class. It was called 24th Street. Wait, I think it was called 13th Street. And it was a Grazer fan fiction. I was so in love with that novel, with that fan fiction. I think I reread it approximately 50 times, and I'm not joking. Maybe I will review it, I will reread it for you guys later down the line. But for this particular review, I am kind of stuck in how should I review? Should I give you guys spoilers? Should I just tell you about my personal feelings? But if I go too deep in my fields, then there will be spoilers. should I just re speak the entire novel for you guys to follow through, but that would make the video way too long, and I do not want to repeat off after the tyrant differentiated it into an omega bit that I just reviewed. And yeah, I am very confused on how I should make progress with this channel, because the entire idea of this channel is for me to rent, to keep my thoughts in one place. So I am leaning more towards how to rent more. And yes, I am very confused about how to, well, make this channel more interesting, because see, I have no intention of, well, I am not hoping to earn any money or even viewers or subscribers from this channel, because I know nobody likes unedited, uncut, single take podcast style videos. It is very, very, very niche, mind you. So, yeah, this is just a collection of my own personal thoughts accumulated in a single channel. And maybe one day it might go viral, which I am, of course, hoping, because, well, everybody hopes for success in YouTube. But yeah, this is what I will do for this year in particular. There will be no changes. This is going to be the style of this video, because, well, I have a very important thing to do this particular year, so I do not have any extra time to waste. I'm already wasting half of my life reading novels, even though I should be studying 24/7. And yes, I mean it. I should be studying, but I'm reading these Chinese danmei novels because they're so good to stop reading. And I know it's an addiction, I know myself, but it's just so hard, like so difficult, and I don't know what else to do. But whatever. So yeah, this particular year is going to be filled with unprompted, unwritten, unedited, uncut, single shot podcast of sorts by yours truly. Bye bye.